Have you ever felt a cosmic bond with someone who only drains your spirit? Carl Jung spent his life trying to answer this question. He believed we do not move through our relationships consciously. We move through them carried by forces beneath us. Old wounds, inherited patterns, parts of ourselves we have never met. The people we cannot leave are rarely the people we chose. They are the people something inside us recognized. For deep intuitives, this is not theory. It is your daily life. What feels like a soulmate connection, a soul contract, a bond beyond logic, is sometimes an invisible contract, rooted in archetypal debt, built around an old wound. You are not failing at love. You are caught inside a psychic architecture that quietly stalls your individuation. Because sometimes the person you call your soulmate is not your destined partner. They are the mirror your shadow uses to keep you from becoming free. The bond feels sacred because it touches the silent vows you made before you knew you were making them. Stay with me. We are going to walk through the unconscious architecture that makes certain people feel written into our fate. And the way out, I will explain the exact role of archetypal debt, the golden shadow, the eternal child, and the act I call psychic rescission. And by the end of this video, you may realize that the person you felt bound to was never your destiny. They were the doorway back to yourself. Let's begin with something Jungian psychology calls archetypal debt. And I want to define it carefully because this concept is the skeleton of everything that follows. Your intuitive mind is built for pattern recognition at depth. Where other people see a difficult person, you see a hidden structure. Where other people see emotional unavailability, you see a wounded soul behind a defensive wall. Where others see a red flag, you see a predestined spiritual lesson. The friction itself becomes evidence that something important is happening. Pain, for you, is not a warning signal, it is a confirmation signal, and so you stay. But underneath that instinct is a belief that goes even deeper. The subconscious conviction that you must save or fix this person in order to resolve something. Not just in them, in you. An ancestral pattern, a shadow wound that has been waiting across years or across generations for this exact moment to be healed. This is the archetypal debt. The feeling that you owe this relationship your suffering. And because your intuitive mind prefers depth over surface, because you are genuinely capable of seeing a person's hidden potential with a clarity that most people will never possess, you become uniquely vulnerable to this trap. You see what they could be, and you mistake that vision for what they are, or worse, for what they will be if only you stay long enough, give enough, sacrifice enough. Here is what I want you to sit with before we go deeper. If this debt is unconscious, if you never consciously signed this contract, then who wrote it, and where does it actually live? The answer lives in your cognitive architecture, and here I need to distinguish between two different intuitive experiences because they are not the same. If you are an INFJ or INTJ, what defines you at the cognitive level is a function called Introverted Intuition. This is the function that moves inward and downward, away from surface appearances toward the single hidden pattern beneath. It does not scan possibilities. It converges on a truth, and in a relationship, that convergence becomes a trap. You perceive something real and deep in another person, a latent structure, a hidden potential, and your mind locks onto it with the same certainty it brings to everything else. You don't just see what they could be, you know it, the way you know things before you can explain them. And that knowing becomes the invisible chain. You cannot leave someone whose depths you have already mapped. If you are an INFP or INTP, the relevant function is different. Both types carry extraverted intuition, their auxiliary function, as a powerful force, the function that moves outward and expands, that generates possibilities rather than converging on one. Where introverted intuition closes in on a single truth, extraverted intuition multiplies. It sees 20 versions of what this relationship could become. It cannot stop generating the next scenario in which things finally work. And this is where the paralysis lives, not in certainty, but in infinite possibility. You cannot leave because you cannot stop imagining the version where you stay and it transforms. The exit always feels premature. The breakthrough always feels one conversation away. Both traps are sophisticated. Both are rooted in genuine cognitive gifts turned against you. And there is something else happening at the neurological level. The high-stakes intensity of a trauma bond, the cycle of rupture and repair, of withdrawal and return, produces neurochemical patterns that the intuitive brain mistakes for significance. The anxiety feels like depth. The obsessive quality feels like meaning. The chemistry of suffering becomes indistinguishable at the level of felt experience from the chemistry of rare soul-level resonance. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference, but your psychology can if you know what to look for. Which brings me to the question that will make what comes next uncomfortable. Who exactly are you seeing when you look at this person? Are you seeing them, or are you seeing something you placed there yourself? Jung was precise about this. The shadow, he wrote, does not consist only of what we repress because it feels shameful or dangerous. It also contains what he called the positive qualities, our normal instincts, our realistic insights, our creative impulses, the parts of ourselves that are not dark, but too bright to claim, too magnificent, too presumptuous, too large for the self-image we have been allowed to hold. And here we arrive at one of the most paradoxical concepts in depth psychology, the golden shadow. We speak often about the dark shadow, the parts of ourselves we repress because they feel shameful. But the golden shadow is the inverse, the parts of ourselves that are luminous, that feel too large or too presumptuous to claim as our own. And so, we project them outward. We see them in another person. We fall in love not with who they are, but with who we have made them into, a screen for our own unlived greatness. Maybe they seem free because you have repressed your own freedom. Maybe they seem intense because you have exiled your own intensity. Maybe they seem alive because you have spent years being composed, useful, rational, invisible. So the person becomes luminous, rare, necessary. You think, I need them because they awaken something in me. But individuation asks a more painful question. What if the thing they awakened was yours all along? What if you were not only longing for them, but for the self you became in their presence? This is not a failure of perception. It is a failure of ownership. You are not wrong that there is something extraordinary in this dynamic. You are wrong about where it lives. And alongside the golden shadow projection, many deep intuitives carry what Jung and his successor, Marie-Louise von Franz, called the puer aeternus, the eternal child archetype. This is the part of the psyche that perpetually defers the moment of reckoning, that finds endless reasons why now is not the right time to confront reality. That reframes every disappointment as a new stage in the unfolding journey. The puer aeternus is not lazy. It is romantic in the deepest sense. It genuinely believes that transformation is always imminent. One more conversation, one more sign, one more chance. Maybe now they understand. And in doing so, it becomes the internal enforcer of the invisible contract, the part of you that keeps rewriting the terms just before they expire. And so the contract sustains itself. It demands suffering as the price of spiritual legitimacy. It tells you that a love without struggle is a love without depth, that the pain is the proof. But sit with this. If the contract was written by your shadow, not by the cosmos, then it has no cosmic authority. It only has the authority you continue to give it, which raises the most important question yet. What is this contract actually costing you? Not in terms of this relationship, in terms of who you are becoming. Jung's concept of individuation, the lifelong process of becoming fully, authentically yourself, requires something that hidden soul contracts systematically destroy: available psychic energy. Every unit of attention you pour into managing, decoding, and sustaining a draining dynamic is a unit of attention that does not go toward your creative work, your intellectual development, your genuine relationships, your deepest becoming. This is not a metaphor. It is a precise description of how psychological energy actually functions. This is the empath's paradox. The deep intuitive who is most gifted at perceiving others' inner worlds is also the most susceptible to having that gift weaponized, not necessarily by a malicious partner, but by the dynamic itself. The more you help, the more is needed. The more you give, the more the system requires. And because you are genuinely capable of providing it, the cycle sustains itself at your expense, disguised as virtue. You protect their wound while deepening yours. You call it compassion, but your body calls it exhaustion. You call it loyalty, but your soul calls it self-abandonment. You call it a cosmic bond, but your nervous system calls it danger. And then there comes a moment. You will know it if you have lived it. It is not a dramatic rupture. It is quieter than that, a moment of terrible clarity in which you realize that the cost of the contract has finally, irreversibly exceeded its perceived reward. The spiritual story you told yourself no longer holds. What remains is exhaustion, a stranger in the mirror, and the faint memory of a person you were before you made this your responsibility. That moment is not a crisis. It is an invitation. But to accept it, you have to understand what accepting it actually requires. And that is what we need to talk about now. The first and most important distinction is this: not every difficult relationship is a false contract. Individuation does require challenge. Genuine depth does involve friction. A real evolutionary partnership will ask things of you that are uncomfortable. The difference is directionality. In a genuine evolutionary challenge, the difficulty moves you forward, toward greater self-knowledge, toward expanded capacity, toward a clearer sense of who you are. In a false contract, the difficulty moves you in circles. The same argument, the same wound reopened, the same lesson that never quite resolves. The pattern does not deepen, it repeats. Pain is not always initiation. Sometimes pain is repetition. Sometimes the universe is not asking you to endure more. Sometimes your psyche is asking you to recognize the pattern. If you recognize that circularity, I want you to pause right here and name it, even if only to yourself, because naming it is the first act of rescission. What we can call psychic rescission is the conscious, deliberate process of reclaiming the energy you have projected outward. It is not a single conversation or a clean breakup. It is an internal act, the withdrawal of the golden shadow projection, the recognition that what you saw in them belongs to you, the refusal to continue paying a debt you never consciously incurred. It requires something that will feel initially like cruelty, the willingness to be unhelpful, to stop being the person who sees their potential when they cannot, to stop holding their unlived life inside your psyche, to let them encounter the consequences of their own patterns without your absorption of the impact. This is not abandonment. This is the return of the self. And what becomes possible on the other side of that return is a different kind of connection, what I would call a conscious partnership, not a bond forged from projection and archetypal debt, but a relationship between two people who are each doing the work of their own individuation, who choose each other from wholeness rather than from wound. That is not a lesser love. It is a rarer one. The right person will feel different, less like a storm, more like a field, less like obsession, more like presence, less like a test from the universe, more like a place where your nervous system can finally stop auditioning for love. This does not mean it lacks depth. It means the depth no longer requires your destruction. Sometimes peace is what depth feels like when it is finally safe. If something in this video reached you, if you recognized yourself in the introverted intuition trap, or the extraverted intuition paralysis, or the golden shadow projection, then I want to ask you one thing before you go. Drop a comment below and name your pattern in a single sentence. Not to analyze it, just to name it. Because the moment you name the invisible contract, it begins to lose its hold. And you may find, reading the other comments, that you have never been as alone in this as you thought. One more thing before you go. This channel exists because a specific kind of person keeps coming back to it. The person for whom this is not casual viewing, but something closer to a lifeline. If that is you, consider joining the membership. The join button is right below this video. You support the work directly, and you get early access to selected videos before they go public. It is a small thing, but for a channel built on depth, it means everything. And if this is the kind of work that matters to you, subscribe, because you are not meant to save them. You are meant to stop abandoning yourself.